Gretchen Feler Martin, you tried your absolute best to ruin my favorite character in DC Comics, but in a fortunate turn of events for the entirety of the DC fan base, you inadvertently destroyed your entire career due to nobody else's fault but your own. And although I do not wish to take food out of anybody's mouth, even your big back self, I am so glad that this happened to you. May I explain why? Do y'all want to hear what makes Gretchen Feler Martin just as bad of a person as she is a writer? Look no further than this video right here. Gretchen Feler Martin admitted months ago that when she was hired to write Red Hood's next comic book, that she never, ever read one of his stories before. And that's fine. She got the job. She can go take a look back now, right? She can go do her research now, right? No, she didn't even read bullet points about his character. No, I am not kidding. I'm not even over exaggerating. She knew nothing about the character when she chose to write him. And if you think that that's the worst part about this whole ordeal, she said in a statement that she learned about the character through things one of her friends told her. She didn't even find much interest in the character, nor keeping up with the continuity. So as I imagined and proclaimed the big body B.I.E. Zitch would do, she wrote the character of Jason Todd based on her sexual fantasies. You parasocial, diabolical, smegma tip having nigga bitch. You wrote about Jason Todd, and all the information you got was from some misinterpreted Chinese whispers. How the hell did DC even think to hire you? Was there no better option? Was there nobody else they could afford? How in the name of God did they land on you? Demigah, you're being too harsh. Am I? Do you guys want to know why DC discontinued her comic book when it dropped? After only dropping one single issue. Was it A, because they had no faith in the comic book nor the writer? B, my video opened up their eyes to just how poorly represented Jason Todd and even the Huntress was gonna be? C, Gretchen publicly celebrated and mocked the death of a man the day the comic released. Or was it your auntie's favorite? D, DC was looking for a reason to drop the comic as soon as word got out over what the comic was gonna be about. Red Hood is gritty, okay? Bloody, okay? Sexy. And stripped down. The whole shebang. Trick question. It was all the above. Not trying to lie to you, my name is not Demigah Sadat Capone. I don't know for sure if they saw my video, but I genuinely would not be surprised if what I said and what I showed swayed their minds a little bit. Now I'ma get serious for one moment. Charlie Kirk was a very easily dislikable man. He said a lot of things that I don't agree with at all. In fact, I didn't like him at all. I want people to wrap their heads around this. Charlie used his free speech to speak hate speech, going as far as saying that he doesn't believe a certain genocide exists right now, even though it's happening right in front of our eyes. He was also a major advocate for guns, saying things like how he's fine with people dying to gun violence every year as long as they get to keep their weapons. Everything I'm saying, by the way, you can Google this stuff. There's video evidence of all of it. He had a very fucked up yet strongly American mindset about things, and that's not a good thing. But even though I too think that Charlie was not a good person, what happened to him, he didn't deserve that. That kind of punishment, if at all, should only be used against people who kill, cause deaths, rapists, the worst of the worst. People celebrating what happened to him need to find some humanity, because it's not okay. Imagine your best friend, your mother, your brother, your sister, your family members in general getting shot because someone strongly disagreed with them. I saw a comment that perfectly described what I thought when it happened though. It read, "I don't support what happened to Charlie, but Charlie supported what happened to him." So he lived and died forcibly by his word. Though, what Gretchen Feler Martin said was so tone deaf. Mind you, She said this the day of his murder, within hours of it. So, DC did what they had to do and ended this dumb fuck's entire career. Boom, bop, bam, bada bop, boom, pow. Super hot fire type shit. This shit got discontinued so fast I didn't even get a chance to sail the 7 seas on that comic book. I have now had a chance to, ahoy mateys, the comic book. Let's have a little bit of a read. Just for context, by the way, so y'all can see just how much of an actual psychopath this Jabba the Hutt looking monster is. Gretchen admitted that she self-inserted her own personal beliefs into the comic book. Not just lighthearted stuff, dark ones. Gretchen is one who believes that cops should die. DC, which paradigm of hell did you find this bitch in? She's an actual psycho. But I could already tell that you were because I judge books by their cover. It's all about first impressions, and your first impression was giving lonely, stinky. Your first impression was giving psycho, no lico. Gretchen Feler Martin, you made me wish Arkham Asylum was real. Wow. In the very first panel, she actually had a cop. She drops a character on us that apparently Jason has known for years. But I couldn't find anything about them online. Like, absolutely nothing. So, I'ma take it that this is a new character that Gretchen created. One that no longer exists because the comic is no longer canon. I'd ask Oracle to get me the information I need. But after what happened in Gotham... Bitch nigga, do you even know what happened in Gotham? What did your friend tell you exactly? It took nothing but a couple of pages, and Gretchen already got Jason to pull out the hammer. I'm not talking about a tool. I'm talking glick glick shaboing boing. Also, there's nothing wrong with reinventing characters. I know there are plenty of them who need it. But one thing that genuinely pissed me off, that non-comic readers or comic fans just couldn't wrap their heads around in my last video about this subject, especially these dumb-ass TikTok commenters, was why I hated this design of Red Hood so much. Red Hood is not referring to an actual red hoodie. It's referring to the Joker's big-headed costume, who was labeled as the Red Hood. Jason took the name to remind the Batman about his failures, which is why Jason too wore a big red helmet. So Gretchen giving him an actual hood with an eye mask just goes to show that she never intended to, nor even tried to read deep into his character. And that goes for y'all too, who were saying that there was nothing wrong with it because he has an actual red hood. Comic illiteracy is becoming a major thing, and I blame the MCU. What the fuck is this Red Hood outfit? It's hideous. So you gave him his helmet and somehow still managed to make him look like shit. You said what? It's from a comic I didn't read. It was trash? Oh, okay. I am so confused about the creative direction of what they're showing in this comic book. It's so messy. Nigga, is this part even Gretchen's fault? Y'all are just picking and choosing random bullshit from the pile of Red Hood's lore and adding your own ugly twist to it. And in these panels, Gretchen doesn't even know what the fuck she's talking about. Bruce risked everything to save him. To save him. That disgusting, murdering animal. The man who beat me to death. Bruh. Gretchen. The Joker did not beat Jason to death. He wounded him with a crowbar, then blew him up in a warehouse. It was a bomb that killed him, you illiterate goon. You didn't even read his origin story. God damn, DC is pissing me off. And now it's clear to me that this character is a wannabe Gambit. And also, without any explanation, Jason is killing again, even though in his last run, he gave that up. He even shot the dude about 6 times, who he's apparently known for years. Not explaining important details, cringy writing, self-inserting your ideals. This whole comic book was manifested by incompetence. The comic even ends in an anticlimactic fashion. Some random cop telling a baby daddy to take the kids to grandma's. I'm not playing. I hope now that y'all see that Gretchen is as bad of a person as she is a writer. She didn't do any research. She just opened her gluttonous mouth. And believe me, I would not have been half as insulting if you weren't such a bad example for a human being. The vigilantes that you write about in these comics would be appalled by you. Jason wouldn't smash your big 500-pound behind. Now, this is all a direct reflection on who Gretchen is as a person. But one thing I don't see people talking about is the company that hired her. I would now like to question DC directly. You had someone employed who publicly acted as a digital terrorist, advocating for the deaths of thousands. And this is just what she or he, whatever Gretchen goes by, chose to speak and tweet about publicly. Did you not bother to do background checks before handing her a prominent member of the Bat family? She wished death on people long before Charlie, on an even grander scale, and you still gave her a job. The writers at DC need to be investigated. I don't like the practices they've got going on. The comic is horrible, Gretchen is horrible, and whoever is hiring the writers in the office is horrible. Y'all are a bunch of guppies. Drop a like on this video and share it immediately. Even just hit the new hype button or copy the video link to your phone. I need people to hear about this. Subscribe to me and consider joining my memberships on YouTube for exclusive content and access to my Discord. And shout out to everybody who partook in Tier 2. Y'all are keeping my bills paid, on time, food on the table, so I thank you dearly. What did you think of this comic? Did you like it? Bother to read it? I can't blame you if you didn't, but let me know in the comments below and I'ma be seeing you. Bye.
Baby, let me see some. Okay, too bad. Bitches, going both ways. Woo. She gon' do it for these bands. She make it clap like how I do both of my hands. Fuck it up, stick it up.